Now here's where, now like I said, Jim was voiced by Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and you wouldn't even honestly tell, because Joseph Gordon-Levitt he's like a serious dramatic actor, but that's how David Hay Pierce as Dr. Doppler. Honestly, kind of funny. He's basically like Jim's stepdad, basically. He's basically a close thing that Jim has to a stepdad, basically. He's kind of close thing that Jim has to, like, a dad. Because basically, Jim's backstory is that his actual father, who you only see in flashbacks, his father went missing, disappeared, and pretty much because of that, Jim, he basically has become kind of a recluse with no direction in his life. Here's where you see, that's with, Billy Bones. That's the character of Billy Bones. Now, he's updated as the original Billy Bones character from the original Treasure Island novel by Robert Louis Stevenson. Now, Billy Bones, he's voiced by Patrick McGoogan. I always know him. He played Now this is actually the first. Now, funny enough, now this movie was actually one of Patrick McGoogan's last major film roles before he eventually retired from before his eventual retirement from acting until his death in 2008. This movie, in case you're wondering, I guess this movie was actually narrated by Tony J. Tony J's he voiced Galactus. One of the things I'm pretty sure some people my age might remember, unless people don't have a good memory. I'm pretty sure people my age might remember Tony J as the voice of Galactus from the old Fantastic Four cartoon. To be honest, the only reason I really remember that show is because I've seen that. I actually remember it. The only reason that I remember that show is because it was on Jetix, like all the other Marvel '90s cartoons they had. But honestly, I watch YouTube videos, so that's Tony J. He also voiced Frollo in Hunchback Notre Dame. He also voiced Superman's grandfather in Superman the Animated Series too. Yeah, he's also the voice of the Elder God in the Legacy of Kain. He also voiced no. He was also the voice of the Elder God in one of the Elder Gods in the Legacy of Kain franchise. If anyone he also voiced one of the elders in he voiced the lost, I think it was the Lost Elder in Planescape Torment. If anyone remembers that game. So he's got a ton of versatile voice acting credits. He's also that's the cyborg who you don't actually see. You don't see what he actually looks like. It's kind of keeps him mysterious. So when you actually do see him, you'd be like, wait a minute, huh? It's kind of like a you don't actually see who he actually is. Here's where now this movie takes place in the future, though. You wouldn't really. Yeah, that's a ship. Basically, a spaceship. So basically, they look like pirate ships with the sails. With the sails. So yeah, that's the basically that's that thing you see.